Hello, my name's Nick Robinson and I'm running for the seat of O'Connor in Western Australia with the Great Australian Party. Our Commonwealth Constitution begins with the statement, "Whereas the people," and it's with this line that the rules to control government are established. In 1973, the Whitlam government began a process to remove the power of the Commonwealth Constitution from the people, culminating in the creation of a legal fiction called the Queen of Australia, that was used to replace the Queen identified in our Constitution and separate us from our right to be the supreme and absolute authority in Australia. This Queen of Australia has subsequently been used in oaths of office by our politicians and courts. As this legal fiction is not recognised by the Commonwealth Constitution, it must be considered a foreign power to Australia, and under Section 44 of our Constitution, this is treason, and those involved must be removed from office. All of this was identified in the Constitutional Committee reports of 1988. It was ignored by both our parliamentary and our judiciary systems. This is completely unacceptable, unlawful, and has permitted government to operate outside the rules decided by the people of the Commonwealth of Australia when our Constitution was enacted into law. Seriously, we've had enough. The Great Australian Party will restore the full force and effect of the Commonwealth Constitution and restore the rule of law in the Commonwealth of Australia for all Australians. By enforcing the application of the Commonwealth Constitution to all government activities and correcting all legislation and practices that are repugnant to it, we will ensure that we will quickly and rapidly end foreign ownership of Australia's immense natural resources and all privatisation of public assets. We will correctly tax any entity that seeks to make money from our national estate, which is the common wealth that belongs to all Australians, to ensure revenue correctly flows to consolidated revenue where it will be repurposed to the benefit of all Australians for their benefit absolutely. As inherited under Federation, we will make personal income tax, as it was before 1936, voluntary for all people of Australia. We will end compulsory superannuation and allow access to the funds taken before the next banker's crash eliminates your money, bail-in style, and was enacted without a quorum in Parliament by the Financial Sector Legislation Amendment, Crisis Resolution Powers and Other Measures Act 2018. We will move to have this act repealed. We will end fracking, restructure the banks and create a new infrastructure bank for the benefit of Australian industry. We will abolish schemes to defraud our truckies of their livelihood by ensuring that Section 92 of the Commonwealth Constitution, specifying that trade within the Commonwealth is to be free, is enforced. We will end fracking and victimless crimes against the state. As you will have noticed, the cost of energy has become extreme under this crazy government's drive to try and power everything with solar panels and wind turbines, while we sell our coal and uranium to foreign powers where they use it to drive their economies. Seriously, how stupid is this? I do live off-grid, and if I have trouble keeping the power on running a typical Australian family home, then Australia certainly can't afford it. The Great Australian Party will rebuild our energy sector, focusing on energy-dense technologies such as hydro, wave, geothermal and nuclear, with research into Australia's immense thorium reserves as a safe alternative to traditional nuclear fuels. We were once a representative system of government, and should you elect me, I will, as I've already sworn to do so, defend your rights to the Constitution and conduct myself according to your will in Parliament. As suggestions only, I will ask you to support the construction of biodiesel refinery cooperatives to lower fuel costs for farmers and on-sell surplus to local petrol stations, to support a new passenger rail car service, the Anzac Express from Perth to Albany, to build homeless and emergency shelters, to put trials in place of new technology single-use plastic recycling systems that allow plastic waste to be turned into electricity with emissions as clean as natural gas, to build new public aged care facilities and upgrade the Albany and Great Southern Highways to dual carriageway. Lastly, I would like to bring a referendum to the people to establish a national community service model to give all of our youth purpose, directions and life skills. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you'll consider voting for me.